Hey, what's up? Welcome to K's Topics. Oh man, it's crazy. On this channel, I have two other previous videos that were like reaction videos, and I actually came out today as being transgendered. So I told all my family and friends via Instagram and Facebook that I'm transitioning, and it's kind of crazy. Um I've been struggling with this for years. I wouldn't say struggling. It's just like I basically told myself that I wanted to do this, but um a fear. It's a fear that is in you. It's a fear of rejection, a fear of saying or thinking that your family is not gonna love you. I ain't gonna say not love you, but just make it a hard situation. I mean, I think any person that's in my shoes that comes from either a Christian family or B country or traditional family that is kind of set in their ways, it's really hard for you to quote unquote be a millennial about the situation. And just like, I mean, it's not as bad as you think it is. Um, but today, I don't know. Today I talked with my mom. Not today, but I'm saying in general. I talked to my mom, and I had talked to my mother-in-law, my wife's mom, and I talked to my wife, and this was like maybe last week or a couple weeks ago. I've been talking to my wife about it for years, but I've actually said it to my mom maybe a year or two ago. But you know how you say something and then it just goes away. But so I had brung it back up, and we have a baby on the way. So I think the baby being on the way really, excuse me, kicked it into gear for me, because my wife was just like, she want to be mommy, and she was like, do you want to be mom? And I think that mom just kind of ringed in my head a lot. It didn't sound right. It didn't sound like that was what I wanted my child to call me for the rest of my life. And it's not that I'm knocking down mothers or anything like that, because there's a lot of dads that are nurturing. I think we give dads and moms the stipulation, like a dad is supposed to be strict and stern, and a mom is supposed to be nurturing and caring. But like and like I know, that's not always the case. So I started thinking, and I was like, I think I want to transition, and I think I want to be a dad. I don't. It went from thinking to, I know for a fact this is what I want to do, and this is crazy because last year my wife is just like total kaput about the situation. Like, she was like, you said this. It's kind of like I smoke cigarettes, so it's kind of like quitting smoking. Like, if anybody out there that smokes, you can quit smoking and just pick it right back up, because in your mind you tell yourself that, oh, this is the last pack, I ain't buying another one, I can do this, I'm driven, and then it just falls right back into a circle. So last year I actually went to a therapist. I went to two therapists, and I got diagnosed with gender dysphoria, which I knew, but it's like a part of you, um, again, it's that fear. The doctor is telling you have gender dysphoria, but at the end of the day, you don't want to shame your family. You don't want to shame your mother, your father, or whatever. And I always tell people, at some point you have to be selfish, because sometimes the outcome isn't what you think it is. You might think that people are gonna shun you or do. I'm not saying that they won't, but sometimes that little bit, it just might shock you. It just might shock you. So I went to last year. I went to the therapist, and I got my letter. So if you have insurance, you need a letter in order to start HRT, hormone replacement therapy, or top surgery. If I'm not mistaken, most insurance, you need to be on HRT for a year before they will pay for. They have to know that you are going to be the gender that you are, that you're living as the gender. They have to be sure of that. And it's crazy because at first I wasn't okay with that. I just didn't want to be, I didn't want to have a beard with boobs. Like, I just thought that look, I don't know. I want to have, if I'm going to do it, I want the whole thing at one time. Like, or either the boobs before and then start the HRT. But I realized that I like that journey, this journey that I'm on. because it's gonna make you. It's like an old church saying. It's like, how bad do you want it? You know, are you willing to be pointed out or kind of ridiculed or looked at funny, to get where you're trying to go? You know what I'm saying? If you really do have gender dysphoria, you will be a man with tits. You understand what I'm saying? You're gonna be a man with breasts, and you have to be like okay with that until it's time for you not to have breasts. But you have to be. I'm gonna be a man regardless. That has to be your attitude. And if it's not, then it's not for you. Um, but I came out today. So I came out. When I say came out, I mean I came out to my family, my friends, through via Instagram, Facebook, and it was very simple. What I posted basically, um, I just said, I just let everybody, because I post on social media, but I don't post everything. I don't post every little thing. I'm more of a scroller. I'll like something, uh, happy birthday, congratulations, whatever. But I'm not like this consistent poster. Like it might be months in between when I post something, because I just felt like, you should post things that really mean something. It should be like a moment. You shouldn't have to post, oh yeah, drinking tea. That's just my opinion. If you do it, cool. But that's just not me. I'm not that, I guess, social. Um, so I decided I wanted to write a post today, and so I wrote the post, and it was crazy because I was nervous. And I almost was nervous to the point where I was kind of having like a mild panic attack, because it was something that I felt like I needed to do and something that I wanted to do for a long time, but I was so nervous to do it. It's kind of like, it's really like coming out of the closet all over again. And if you ever came out of the closet, and I don't even, let's just say, I ain't gonna say closet, if you ever came out and been nervous, it's that same feeling. It's like, imagine you're coming out as gay or lesbian, and you got everybody to accept you. Like everybody's fine with the way you live your life. All right. Then you say, you know what? I'm going to take it a step further. Not only am I a lesbian or gay, I'm transgendered. And it's like having to do that step all over again. Because if you're black, or if you brown, if you come from a family where it's Southern, or a family where it's, they're into the church or whatever, country, whatever, it's like all right now, you push it, you overcooking my grits now. You done pushed it too far. So it's like whenever it's something like that, it's like you don't want to push the envelope. Like you don't want to keep pushing to the point where it's gonna make people like, all right, that I could take you being lesbian, I could take you being gay, but damn, you wanna be transgender? I don't know about that. But it's really all in your head. It's in your brain, because 9 out of 10, if people accept you as lesbian, they can, especially if you're a masculine lesbian, or if you're gay and you're a feminine gay guy. Um, Most times if you dressed like a female or you dressed like a male, when you say you want to be trans, the people that really know you are not shocked. It's the people who haven't seen you, they still looking at you from 5 years ago, 6 years ago. They don't really know you. All they know is your social life. They know what you post and things like that. And you seem to be happy in the skin you're in. So those are the people who are going to be completely dumbfounded. And to be honest with you, they don't really matter, because they're not in your day to day. I'm telling you, it's the truth. But also, what I realized as coming out today, I realized that there was a lot of people who supported me that I had no clue supported me. There was a lot of people who knew that. Sorry, got a little something. That supported me, that knew that I was kind of transgender before necessarily I knew, which is crazy, but it makes sense. And I have been, oh man, I've been drowning in love today, man. The encouragement, the support, and the crazy part, the person who, so I made my post today, and my mom, I have one of those Bible thumping, it's the enemy. This ain't nothing, that ain't nothing but the devil. I got that kind of mom. She's a good mom. She loves hard. And if you are the kind of person that I am, I've never disrespected my mom. I've never, um, I just look at my mom as a person. She's not perfect, but So when I told her I was gay when I was a teenager, her reaction was terrible. It I'm not even gonna go down the line. I might go down the line again in another post or something, but no, it was terrible. She was hysterical, um, and very negative. She really, it was a very bad experience for me. But this time, me telling her I made my post. See, my mom is the kind of person, she's like, she supports me, but in the dark, in the shadows. Well, don't nobody know our business or your business. You don't have to, basically support me, but in the shadows. And it's like, but when you are really trying to be you, it's like, I want to tell the world. Why is that a problem? So my mom got mad with me today because I posted that I was transitioning, and she felt like it was nobody's business. But to me, that's like, either you're ashamed or you're trying to keep me a secret, or keep it a secret. I'm sorry. I have really bad heartburn. Or you have it, or you keep it at a secret. So my thing with that is that she was mad at me because she's like, take it down. Now, mind you, I have one of those Facebooks that had, pretty much my Facebook is friends and family. There's nobody that I do not know on my Facebook. I will completely reject your request if I don't know you. I mean, I'm not necessarily like that with Instagram. Most of the time, if I go and I see it's like one of those clout chasing, they got one post and 5,000 followers, I decline it. But for the most part, Facebook is like friends and family. So she was just, I think a part of her was, I don't want to say she was embarrassed, but it's something about it that she has to work through. I'm not too sure about that, but I don't hold anything against her. Um, so I made my post, and I had just people who I haven't talked to, or people that normally don't like or comment on my posts. Like when I do post, people started coming out the work. I mean, I thought it was like Michael Jackson's Thriller, the way people was coming out of nowhere. I'm talking about, and they were making, like, writing paragraphs of support, and it really, like, it warmed my heart and my spirit, and I've never felt so open than today. I've never felt so open. Me and my wife, we have a little girl on the way. My wife is pregnant, almost 6 months, and I'm super excited. But I'm more excited because for the first time today, I got to say I'm going to be a dad, and that warms my heart even now. It's just, I don't think that I ever get old to me. You get to a point in your life where you have to live your life for you and not for other people. And you have to try your best to just, make sure that you remain or stay a good person, and understand that everybody's not going to understand you. Everybody's not meant to go on a journey with you. Um, and that sometimes people say mean things or they say hateful things, and it's not necessarily coming from a place of hate. It's coming from a place of, some people are just judgmental and some people don't understand. And a lot of times when people don't understand something, they choose to shun it. They choose to just, I don't want to deal with it. So on my post that I made today about coming out, one of the things that I said in my post was, if you don't like my decision, it's just as quickly as all you have to do is unfollow me. Just unfollow me and move on with your life. And I hope, I wish you I wish you the best, and I wish you well, and things like that. And I'm just gonna be over here living my life. Nobody has to, you don't have to see me. You don't have to see my transition. You don't have to see none of these things that go on in my life. But if you truly love me, it shouldn't bother you. Um, what else did I want to talk about? But yeah, so this is my first um YouTube video about my transitioning. So this is basically day one for me, pre-T. I go to the doctor on the 23rd. I don't know if I'm going to be prescribed T then, but I think it might be like a consultation, or we'll talk about it. But I'm super excited, and I can't wait to get this ball rolling. But today was very much a milestone, and I have a whole nother respect for people who are already transitioning or have transitioned, because I didn't realize that. I knew this was going to be hard, but it's kind of like it's all about you. So it's like this is the little time in your life, especially if you have a significant other or you're married, that you necessarily have to be selfish. You have to be selfish. You have to do what's best for you, but in a way that it's not gonna, mess up your family life or nothing like that. I would never tell anybody to, you know, let your own personal transitioning come in between you come in between your family life, basically. Um, yeah, so I actually, yeah, I've been, man, all I can say is research. Do your research, man. I've watched so many transitioning videos on YouTube. Like, I'm completely obsessed with it. I've pretty much been binge watching it for like a while. I've been watching this new couple, LBC Party of Five, which is really interesting. If you, they are a married couple, and the husband is trans male, but the wife still identifies as a lesbian. But it's got a great dynamic. I know I just said it. It don't make sense, but it's uh, it's kind of like that support. Everybody's situation and relationship is different, and if you watch them, you're gonna love them. Like, you're gonna love their situation. Their, not the situation, but their relationship. You're gonna love it because it shows you that you could still be you, be selfish, is in a way. But if the person you're with is the person that you're meant to be, they're gonna love you regardless. And just because you choose to do you, basically, doesn't mean that they have to sacrifice being them. So her wife wants to be a lesbian. That doesn't mean that because he transitioned, that she has to necessarily be straight. That's not, or pansexual, you know. But sometimes you could just love somebody so much that no matter if they turn into a damn goldfish, you would love them anyway, you know. And I feel like that with my wife. Unfortunately, my wife is pansexual, so um, I wouldn't say she was bisexual, but she's pansexual. She finds men and women attractive. So me transitioning shouldn't be necessarily a big deal, but I think it'll be very interesting, and I'm going to make sure I document that for everybody to see. But yeah, so today is day number 1 for me, pre-T. So K on T, that is going to be my new saying for 2019. But yeah, thank you all for watching. Later.